Hi, everybody. Um, Today I am alone, so I was thinking that I can still record it so you can watch this when you have the opportunity, and of course, leave comments on what you liked. Um, we usually start, well, we sometimes start by giving some vocabulary. We don't usually record it, but we post it after the meeting. But well, I think that I can show you today so we can see a little vocabulary. So it happens to me that I put a vocabulary that I don't know, and oftentimes I keep repeating the same words that I don't learn. But we are in chapters 15 to 18, meaning I've seen the words a number of times and I'm used to them. So many of the same words are repeated throughout the book. So this time I only chose a lot fewer words. And so I'm going to show you. I use my list from the Oxford Dictionary. And today, this list has only 14 words. They are not the exact words that you will find in the book because sometimes they are past participles or words that they have suffixes or prefixes added that you won't find in the dictionary. But we have here some. We can listen to them. If I don't know if I'm sharing the sound. Yes, I am, but I can hear anything. Well,
Don't.
okay, don't
Don't.
and don't. Well, British and American pronunciation. I think in the book it's daunted. Uh, when I think Eol is not daunted by King Thingol's words. To make somebody feel nervous and less confident about doing something, we're not gonna read the definitions. I'm just gonna play them. For example, this is not the exact word either.
Descry.
Descry.
It was described about the view of Angband, if I'm not mistaken, and why some wanted to go to war or feared war.
Dire.
Dire is an adjective that was used in the same way.
Dire.
Enmeshed was also used as an adjective, enmeshed.
Enmesh.
Enmesh.
It was when Aridel, I think if it's the right pronunciation, was kind of lost, so she was enmeshed, like she didn't know where to go.
Ensnare.
Ensnare.
And snare was to capture someone, right? It's not the first time it's used, but I've not finished learning it. Fell as an adjective, I think it's very interesting.
Fell.
Fell.
And it's also been used before, but well, it keeps repeating. Very evil or violent to describe Fëanor songs.
Haughty.
Haughty.
This was also an adjective used to describe Fëanor sons, behaving in an unfriendly way towards people because you think you are better than them. Arrogant was a synonym.
Lull.
Lull.
This was in an also adjective form, ed, but I'm not sure about the meaning in the context. Maybe weakened more than relaxed and calm.
Or.
Or.
This is also a common word. I never really saw it until now. Is that like where you get metal and where you get metal.
Shun.
Shun.
It was also used in the past participle, shunned. It was when the Noldor tongue is to be shunned, or the people who spoke with the Noldor tongue were shunned.
Sickle.
Sickle.
This was used to describe the moon. I think it's when it's just a little tiny sickle because of the shape, I'm assuming.
Siege. Siege.
Siege is a word that is used a lot in general for Tolkien, a military operation to try to capture a town. I never finished understanding it because to me it is not clear whether the siege of Angband, for example, means that I'm trying to siege ambang, like I'm trying to control it, or it's ambang that is trying to control me? I think it's the first one.
thither,
Thither.
There's a word that appears all the time, but I also don't. I haven't gotten it, made it mine yet. Going towards a place.
tread,
Tread.
For example, this one is a verb that which past is trodden, I think, and the word used by Tolkien was untrodden or untrodden, like a land that hadn't been, stepped on. So these are our words. Now, today we're going to see chapters from the 15th to the 18th. Chapter 15 from the Silmarillion is, let me go get the exact name. And chapter 15 is Of the Noldor in Beleriand. I'm sure the pronunciation is not right. In the previous chapter, we saw how Tolkien describes all the realms and all the geography. And that is because now he's going to explain how people move from one place to another, sort of. So in this chapter, what is very interesting is that King Thengel, if I'm not mistaken, learns about the kinslaying. No, it's not Thengel. I always get confused between Thengel and this other guy. Let me check. Not and Turgon. And Turgon. And so Turgon, yes. So Turgon, in Turgon, where Turgon lives, also Galadriel lives, and she talks to Melian, and they start kind of like gossiping, and Melian kind sees that Galadriel is hiding some things, and she gets some things out of her, but it is not until the brothers come that that the king Turgon knows everything. No, it's not Turgon. It is Thingol. Man, I'm sorry. As you can see, I get confused. Yeah, I get confused. It's Thingol. I'm talking about Thingol. Turgon is the one in the Fall of Gondolin, and Thingol, the one in the Girdle of Melian. So in the end, he learns about the whole kinslaying. So I'm going to share with you one quote from here that is, well, before, sorry, he doesn't learn, in this chapter, he doesn't learn about it yet. Just the first part, that there has been some kinslaying, that something has happened that they didn't know about. And so when Finrod comes, Thingol tells him, what you're doing here, right? And this is what I liked. And Finrod's answer to King Thingol. It says, then Finrod was greatly troubled, but he was silent, for he could not defend himself, save by bringing charges against the other princes of the Noldor, and that he was loath to do before Thingol. So I really like this, because he could just spill the beans and say everything and tell that it was the others who were wrong, but he didn't. He didn't. And then, well, and then it is Agnor. Yes, it is Angrod that actually tells everything that happened, and that is that chapter. Very, very interesting. A lot of things happened, and it's not boring at all. Well, then we move on into chapter 16 of Maegling. It isn't boring either. Oh, someone's here. It's my friend Nadia.
Oh my god, hi! I'm turning the camera on just because it's you.
Oh, thank you. Yet I'm recording. Just
Oh
like
god, I forgot. It comes a huge announcement. We are recording. And I totally forgot. I got it. I didn't even read it. Oh god.
I had this feeling that nobody was gonna come because I didn't do my own publicity, and so I am kind of recording a video just because I'm here, so I might just as well do it. And Gereny always uploads everything, so I'm not.
Oh my god.
I mean, we're not gonna repeat everything, right? So I'm making a fool of myself, by the way, because I don't know anything. I always get confused. I spent like 5 minutes talking about. I already forgot the name again. One king and it was the other. It was not. I wanted to say Thingol, and it was Turgon. So, but this is how you learn. I'm actually
Yes.
learning. So you haven't read.
No, I'm behind. I am many
Where are you?
many chapters behind. So I wanted to come here and listen to people so I can like remember. from
Yeah,
years
where
ago.
are those people? Well, actually, this is chapter 15 of the Noldor of Beleriand. The previous chapter was the one where they describe all the geography, right? So I learned, I read that chapter like 3 times without a map. So I think it took me too long. I still don't get anything, and then I am falling behind on the next chapters. But of the Noldor of Beleriand, it is when King Thingol learns of the kinslaying. First, because Melian had, gotten some words from Galadriel, and then someone with A, Agnor.
I don't remember the names.
Angrod, yeah. Angrod said everything, and so King Thingol was like mad. Nobody's going to speak the language of the Noldor. You live wherever. And so he was mad. That is that chapter. It's very interesting because a lot of things happen, and it's not a long chapter. It's very agile.
Space.
I don't know. It's chapter 15 of the Noldor of Beleriand. In Beleriand. That's chapter 15. You have your copy in English?
Yeah. I don't have a copy in English, but I wanted to check in Spanish.
Yeah, well, it's basically the same information unless they made a terrible mistake in translation.
So that is, what is it, from Maegling? Of Maegling?
Before that chapter, the next chapter is of Maegling. Maegling, or I don't know how to pronounce it.
When in doubt, just read it. How's it spelled?
Never with the stress in the last syllable.
Okay, Michael.
In that chapter, what I liked the most, it was that Finrod, one of the brothers, like was called on when he went to see Galadriel, I suppose. And Thingol told him, you get out of here, Slayer, and how can you come here? And he couldn't tell on the sons of Fëanor. So that was very nice of him to do. But then is the other Angrod who just said everything, and Thingol learned about everything, all the king slaying, which I also never get right. The sons of Fingolfin and the sons of Fëanor. Well, the Fingolfin guys are supposed to be the good ones, but I am Team Fëanor, so I still defend all Fëanor and his sons. I said it. The next chapter is really cool. Oh, whatever. I don't remember hearing about Aridel before this. I mean, I'm sure that Tolkien did, but she was never like important, or I don't remember Tolkien ever talking about her. Here it says that she was also a daughter of Fingolfin, and she was bored. She was with Turgon, I want to say, in Gondolin.
I don't remember.
And she gets bored. She gets bored of being there, and she just wants to go beyond. She doesn't want to be in the beautiful place, Gondolin. No. I want to go out. And so her brother tells her, sure, you can go, but of course, if you go, you are looking for our brother. So you have permission to go and go to Hithlum or wherever his brother lives. And she's like, no. If I don't do what you want, I do whatever I want.
Yeah.
If I leave, I leave. But I have these people, they will escort you. And she's like, no. And he's like, you go with her and please take her to my brother. And she manages to escape and try to find, well, the sons of actually Fëanor, because apparently they were her friends, cousins, whatever. But to go there, she has to go through one part that is very dangerous. That is like the borders where Sheila's great grandmother, Ungoliant, where Ungoliant dwells, and the name it's scary, but I don't remember. But she lives, and she finds the path where her cousins, brothers, friends live, but they are away. They are not there. She's treated great, but she gets bored again because the people she went to find are not there. So she keeps going. And when she keeps going, she finds the dark elf, Eol. So this is my favorite worst dad from Tolkien.
Your favorite what?
Worst dad.
Oh, okay.
So Theoden is the best dad, Eol is the worst dad. Well, it's not that she finds him, it's that he sees her and puts an enchantment around the place so she gets lost and comes closer to him. But in the end, it says that, I mean, she was okay with being with him and with living there. And they have a child. That is the famous Michael. When he grows, the mom starts telling him stories of her family and the boy's family and of Gondolin and he starts going, like, wanting to be more with his mom than his dad. And the dad is a friend of the dwarfs, and he learns a lot from the dwarfs, and the dwarfs learn a lot from that elf too. And also Mygling learns a lot from the dwarfs. They are happy, and the dwarfs have a party, and they invite this guy Eol, and so he goes to the party, and Aride says, "This is the moment, son. Let's get out of here. Just tell everybody that I'm going to see my cousins, the sons of Feanor." But no, they were like going to the east, but she was going to the west, back to Gondolin. And he comes after them, and in the end, he gets to see them just when they are coming into the hidden city of Gondolin, and he enters. And it's a problem because nobody can enter if they're not invited. And I'm thinking, who is the king in Gondolin? The guy who is the king there, that is Turgon, I think, is like, well, you are the father or my sister's wife, and I mean my sister's husband, and my nephew's father, so you may stay here. And he's like, yeah, thank you, but no thank you. I'm leaving, and I'm living with my wife and my son, but they don't want to leave. And so the quote, Turgon then Turgon sat in his high seat, holding his staff of doom, and in a stern voice spoke, "I will not debate with you, dark elf. By the swords of the Noldor alone are you sungless woods defended. Your freedom to wander there wild you owe to my king. And but for them, long since you would have labored in thraldom in the pits of Angband. And here I am, king, and whether you will it or you will it not, my doom is law. This choice only is given to you, to abide here or to die here, and so also for yourself. So either you stay, or if you want to leave, well, we'll kill you." Then Eol looked into the eyes of King Turgon, and he was not daunted, but stood long without word or movement, while a still silence fell upon the whole. And Aredel was afraid, knowing that he was perilous. Suddenly, swift as a serpent, he seized a javelin, and he held it beneath his cloak and cast it at Mygling, crying, "The second choice I take, and for my son also, you shall not hold what is mine." But Aredel sprang before the dart, and it smote her in the shoulder, and Eol was overborne by many and set in bonds and led away, while others tended Aredel. But Mygling, looking upon his father, was silent. So they thought that the wound was just a wound, but it was poisoned and she died. And so they throw him from a cliff, which was like the first time I remember seeing elves killing anybody. I mean, like punishment, like that. I was like, whoa, why did they do that? It was
I mean, he
amazing.
had a choice.
To stay?
He had a choice.
But he was too proud. He was not gonna. Oh, but there's a part where it says that both Eol and Mygling were like amazed when they saw Gondolin and how beautiful it was, and also probably why Arede wanted to come back. Nevertheless, he was too proud, and he just decided to not just kill himself but his son as well. That's a bad. What would you do? What would you have done? You would have stayed.
I mean, I mean, it's beautiful, but my personality is not the same as his. So he obviously is way too proud, way too, I don't know,
You
maybe
are a rebel
protective.
too.
Yeah, but in a different way. I use sarcasm. So I would have stayed with all the commodities, but I would be like a pain in his ass all the time.
Right. Yeah, yeah. Oh, thank you. Ah, you don't know what you
Because,
wrote here.
yeah, because I choose to live.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, of course. But we would choose to live, I think. Well, I don't know, but super interesting. And there is the
And
beginning of
tragic.
yeah, yeah, such a tragedy. Like I didn't see that coming. I didn't remember any of that, so there was no spoiler, nothing. So that was good. And also Tolkien didn't spoil anything because he's like when he later died, come on. He's such a spoiler. But even though he's a spoiler, well, he tells you the end, but the way he tells you how it happens, well, makes up for it because eh, even though you know the end, you really want to know how that happened, which is not what usually happens with all other spoiler alerts. Well, then, that's chapter 16. I think it's quite short, kind of short. Oh, they are not very long chapters. Um, the next chapter is chapter 17 of the coming of men into the West. That one it, it is too confusing because there are too many names and I can never tell. I mean, it's been 16 chapters that they've been talking about elves and I can't tell the thing from the other guy. And now they keep telling me about all the houses of men in one chapter, and I'm supposed to. Well, they did mention them briefly in one chapter or two, but like, no, no, no. Haldir, Haldor, Handsome, Beregor, Barahir, Brundingen. No.
Yeah, it's really difficult. You have to
There,
study it.
there is one house, Hador. I know the house of Hador exists because I follow an Instagram account that is fun. The House of Hador. But well, the beginning is pretty cool because it is, let's see, Felagund, Finrod Felagund, who I don't know who he is. Someone's probably Fingolf's son. I don't know. Probably I don't know. But he's he sees something, thinking it's orcs. Is it dwarves? What is that thing? He sees some fire, some singing, but something he doesn't know, and he makes a discovery. Men exist. So it's funny because he's like, I really like when Tolkien puts this relationship between elves and men and how elves are so curious about men and want to learn about it. Like, what are they? They're so like little pets, or sometimes are or wondering about them. And so then he starts playing the harp or something, and men are like, Marvel, what is the wow, how a god, and they think he's a Vala, they think he's Eru, they worship him because, well, I understand that as men, that's what we would do. Wow, this guy is something different, and they learn about him. Apparently, they just heard of Eru and the Ainur and the Valar, but they just don't really know about that. They never came looking for them to go to Valinor. No, no, no. So they just it's like it's legends to them.
Mhm.
But Felagund they take as their king, like someone they will serve. So there's all the houses of men, well, whoever they are. Um, I did choose uh, one one quote,
Okay.
one of the last paragraphs, which refers to what I mentioned before. This is about Beor. Apparently, is one of like the best of the best in men. It's the one before last paragraph, in case you have it there. It says, the years of the Edain were lengthened according to the reckoning of men after their coming to Beleriand. But at last Beor the Old died, when we had lived 93 years. I thought they were going to say 300 years or something, like for a longer time. Also, I had to Google what 390 years is. Is it 390 or 93? No, it is 93.
93. Yeah.
For 440 of which he had served King Felagund. And when he lay dead, of no wound or grief, but stricken by age, the elder saw for the first time the swift waning of the life of men, and the death of weariness which they knew not in themselves. And they grieved greatly for the loss of their friends. But Beor at the last had relinquished his life willingly and passed in peace. And the elder wondered much at the strange fate of men, for in all their lore there was no account of it, and its end was hidden from them. They didn't even know if they went to Mandos or whatever they 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 went. So it was like a wow, this fragile things.
I mean, it actually sounds like a pet. You know, something really cute you find, you train, you cherish, and then, oh, it dies before I did. So,
You are so, yeah.
you
Actually, I read something similar on some group not long ago. Like m- men are to elves, like dogs are to men. Yeah. Oh, they're so cute, and they last for so little.
and they think they are God.
Yes, yes,
I mean,
exactly.
Felagund could have just say, "Yeah, Meru, just worship me forever," but no, he was fair. He said, "No, I'm not."
Yeah, they became friends, like the man and the dog. Although, of course, a dog is intelligent, undeniably, they are not humans, not elves.
And you know,
Yeah, yeah.
there are not marriages between men and dogs.
Okay, now you are stepping on.
Because you know why I say that? Because I started to think about Aragorn and his
Yeah. No, no,
ancestors. So I thought,
no.
oh yeah, no, that would be weird.
No, no, no. Now they cannot be dogs anymore. Or maybe they evolved. No, yeah, okay. No. Yes and no, right? But before this, we had Melian de Maya, and I want to say Thingol. Yes, and King Thingol. She was a Maya, and he was an elf, just a firstborn, a creature. So that is a weird match, starting there. So it's something like that, no? But which is stranger, because the Maya and the elves have more things in common than elves and men.
Mm, it depends. I mean, the Maya, I mean, she saw him or his race being created. I mean, they were nothing and they were created, and she saw them wake up. It's like you see them since they are an infant, a little baby, and they grow up because she's just so much older than him.
Yeah, essentially a pedophile. Are you watching the IT crowd?
Yeah.
Peter File, Peter File.
Oh my god, the IT crowd. Oh, did you finally get it? Got it?
Yes, but I had to switch to English. I actually found it on the account that I have in Italian, but if you put the settings in Spanish, it doesn't appear. I think maybe because they don't have the subtitles in Spanish, normal Spanish, they are in European Spanish, which suck, by the way. They're bad,
Oh,
but
I cannot imagine that. And I don't want to.
besides the fact that they try to translate and they use Spanish slang, then they translate like terribly and you miss so many jokes. And my husband, that he loves it too, and we are watching it already, rewatching it, and he's like, "What? But what did he say? What did they say in English?" He asks, because that's not what they put there. And I'm like, "Yeah, no, they said that and that." And he's like, you should take the job of translating that." No, thank you. Yeah, well, oh, yeah, you're right. Millions saw her husband being born. Oh, no. Too much of a difference. Well, then. Okay. And that's with men. There's a guy that I'm going to show you. I'm going to share my screen.
Pictures. Oh no, text.
There's this guy that has some posts, film school, I think it is. Yes. He makes summaries of the Silmarillion. And he explains a lot of things. I haven't read them all, but I want to. And so he has some pictures, and he even puts like vocabulary and everything. Obviously, the vocabulary is the words in English. Oh, but I thought they were only words created by Tolkien, but he also puts words in English. So he explains the chapters too. And why am I saying this? Because he maybe put, but he hasn't finished. Like, he is doing this just now. The Vala Cuenta, the Return of the Noldor, chapter 13. He is almost at the same pace that we are. Almost. Almost. Like here, for example, he has all the maps that I have to check. The battles, because I don't like reading this in Spanish, but I still want to finish and then in the next reading go beyond, I don't know why they are in this order. I think a million. The Noldor of Valerian, for example, here. I think this is the last one he's done. June 24th. Yeah, just last week. So he's in chapter 15. Oh, maybe here we can see the pronunciation. Tum Latin. Yeah, but either, yeah. But I want to see how to pronounce Maigling or Maigling. That's the next chapter. Ah, well. So he, in the chapter of men, I'm sure he's gonna make like a family tree. Oh, well. So you can check it with hashtag.
That's a lot of work.
Zoom school. Yeah. Okay. And that is chapter 17. And the last chapter 18, I've only read it twice like this, too quickly, but it's a lot longer and a lot of things happen. Basically, Fingolfin dies, and a lot of people die, and a lot of people fight. However, it's interesting, but I do feel that I need a lot more of my understanding of family trees to know who is who and who is fighting. Well, I have two quotes from this, from the beginning and from when Fingolfin dies, or when not before he dies, just when he's going to fight him. Well, this chapter starts saying that Fingolfin wanted to go to war because he knew that was, there's Adriana here. There's three of us. Hi. She's muted. Hi, Eric. Welcome.
Oh.
Okay. Her
Yes.
connection is not good, so maybe she has problems. Well. Oh well. So we are in chapter 18, the ruin of Beleriand and the fall of Fingolfin. And Fingolfin knew that he had to go to war because Morgoth was going to kill them. Yeah, I guess. And so, but he is the only one who wants to go to war, because the rest of the elves are like, we're building this place, we're having some kind of peace, so why would you want to go to war and whatever? And they don't. But Morgoth, in secret, hating everybody, wanted to go to war anyways. And in that part, here it says, for Morgoth had long prepared. It's just at the beginning of the chapter, the end of the second paragraph. For Morgoth had long prepared his force in secret, while ever the malice of his heart grew greater, and his hatred of Noldor more bitter. And he desired not only to end his foes, but to destroy also and defile the lands that they had taken and made fair. And it is said that his hate overcame his counsel, so that if he had but endured to wait longer until his designs were full, then the Noldor would have perished utterly. But on his part, he esteemed too lightly the valor of the elves, and of men he took yet no account. So he could have defeated them, but he was so Morgoth that that he didn't do it. But it was like the worst of the battles is the fourth battle, and the name of the battle is the Battle of Sudden Flame, the Dagor Bragolach, I think. The Dagor Bragolach, the Battle of Sudden Flame. There was I think Glaurung, the dragon, there were Balrogs. It was terrible. Many people died. Men fought. Here is where we also learn about the famous ring of Barahir, because Barahir was one of the men that saved someone important. I want to say Pelagon.
I think it was Pelagon.
Turgon? Was it Turgon? Because I highlighted it here.
No, I think it's Pelagon.
Yeah, I think it is.
It was Pelagon at first, and then.
But because of the ring.
Yes.
He got the ring because he said Pelagon.
It was like a gift, like a reward for saving Pelagon at some point.
And then he also saved Finrod? I mean, sorry, Turgon? Oh, wow. What a hero. Oh, well, all that happens. But Fingolfin is sick of everything, right? So he wants to kill Morgoth. Then is the Noldor in him, no? The flame of Feanor coming into him, I would say. So I'm going to read um, this part that says, when like everything is devastated, and say, it says, now news came to Hithlum that Orthonion was lost, whatever that is, and the sons of Inarfin overthrown, whoever they are, and the sons of Feanor were driven from their lands. Then Fingolfin beheld, as it seemed to him, the utter ruin of the Noldor, and the defeat beyond redress of all their houses. And filled with wrath and despair, he mounted up Rockkalor, his great horse, and rode forth alone, and none might restrain him. He passed over Dornu Faulit like a wind amid the dust, and all that beheld his onset fled in amaze, thinking that Orome himself was come. For a great madness of rage was upon him, so that his eyes shone like the eyes of the Valar. Oh wow. Thus he came along to Angband's gates, and he sounded his horn, and smote once more upon the brazen doors, or brazen, or I don't know, and challenged Morgoth to come forth to single combat. And Morgoth came. That was the last time in those words that he passed the doors of his stronghold. I'm assuming this is about Morgoth. And it is said that he took not the challenge willingly, for though his might was greatest of all things in this world, alone of the Valar, he knew fear. I love this. I love this. But he could not now deny the challenge before the face of his captains, for the rocks rang with the shrill music of Fingolfin's horn, and his voice came keen and clear down to the depths of Angband. And Fingolfin named Morgoth Craven, and Lord of Slaves. Therefore Morgoth came, climbing slowly from his subterranean throne, and the rumor of his feet was like thunder underground. And he issued forth, clad in black armor, and he stood before the king like a tower, iron-crowned, and his vast shield, sable and blazoned, cast a shadow over him like a storm cloud. But Fingolfin gleamed beneath it as a star, for his mail was overlaid with silver, and his blue shield was set with crystals, and he drew his sword Ringil, that glittered like ice. I would like to continue reading. He's going to die. Maybe you can read it. You want to read? You're
Do you have it in PDF?
Yeah. I'm going to put it here in the chat.
Oh God. Okay. So I read that part. Okay.
Yes.
Then
the next part.
Then Morgoth hurled aloft bronze, the hammer of the underworld, and swung it down like a bolt of thunder. But Fingolfin sprang aside, and Grond rent a mighty pit in the earth, whence smoke and fire darted. Many times Morgoth essayed to smite him, and each time Fingolfin leaped away as a lightning shoots from under a dark cloud. And he wounded Morgoth with 7 wounds, and 7 times Morgoth gave a cry of anguish, whereas the host of Angband fell upon their faces in dismay, and the cries echoed in the Northlands. But at the last the king grew weary, and Morgoth bore down his shield upon him. Thrice he was crushed to his knees, and thrice arose again and bore up his broken shield and stricken helm. But the earth was all rent and pitted about him, and he stumbled and fell backwards before the feet of Morgoth, and Morgoth set his left foot upon his neck, and the weight of it was like a falling hill. Yet with his last and desperate stroke, Fingolfin hewed the foot with Ringil, and the blood gushed forth black and
Oh, and
yeah, he always limped after that. And the blood gushed forth black and smoking and filled the pits of Gron.
thus died Fingolfin, High King of the Noldor, most proud and valiant of the Elven kings of old. Oh, that is but very sad and really cool. Yes, no, let's cry. Okay. Let us all cry. 1 minute of silence for Fingolfin. Adriana's king. He went to the house of Magnus with his brother. It's very, I like it, very detailed, and you can actually imagine it. Mm-hmm. It's gonna be bad if they ever show it to us. It's gonna be different from what we imagine. I don't usually have the experience of imagining and then watching the movie. First watch the movie and then read the book, if I ever read the book. That is this chapter. Do you have a favorite quote, Adriana? From it? Maybe? Yes. Mm-hmm. Then they start talking about what you said and hooting and whore, and even though I never finished reading the Children of Hooting, but I still struggle again with hooting and it's the children of whore, whoever, and the song and the help and the touring and tour and Jesus Christ. Ah, okay. That's good. That's good. Okay, then. So, because there's so many of us, that was our 4 chapters. The question is, do you want to play Kahoot?
Okay.
Okay, let's Kahoot.
For and the best descendants. I mean, when you think nothing can be more tragic than what just happened in the Dragon Lodge, you come here and meet Uring and all his family.
Hooting, tooting, who, I mean, everybody, that's another tragedy. But the only thing that, gives me hope is that the next chapter is of Beren and Luthien.
Oh.
One of the best characters dies in that chapter. Beren and Luthien.
Spoiler alert.
I didn't say who.
Okay. That chapter, yeah, no, me neither. I haven't read it I haven't read it in 20 years, so you can imagine. let's play. Done. Maybe I may have mistaken Turgon and Tingo. I hope not. Okay, here it is. Here we have one. It's Jonathan. Jonathan! You wanna play?
Hey. Yeah, let me try.
Normally, I make the questions and I put them in the order of the chapters, but for today they are all random because I found that you could do that in Kahoot. So the order is not in the order of the chapters. And you tell me if Erin. I have to share the screen.
Yes, I'm playing from my phone.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, 6, 4, 2, 10, 17.
All right. Let's do it. So the good news is that you are all going to be on the podium.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. Question 1. Ping, 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 ping. Oh, there's no sound.
No.
Oh no, Marco is here. I think I'm going
Prepare
to.
yourself.
Wait, what happened? How do I stop it? Can I stop it?
That is too difficult. I don't remember who is mentioned. The hell?
Wait. Can I?
We all get out of it and we start again.
Okay. You get out. Get out. Get out, I said.
What? Get out.
Okay.
What?
Yes.
Because Marco is here. Marco is gonna play. Marco, you're gonna play, right?
Hello. No, I don't. No, it's just kidding. Of course, I will play. I suck, but I will play.
I was gonna kill you.
Okay.
Let's see.
Damn it, I was right.
But
What? He's playing. That's
you're still
cheating.
playing. Yeah, don't cheat.
Yeah, that's cheating.
No.
I was
Whoa, cheater.
Okay, I found it.
Let's go. It says, oops, end of the game.
No, I finished it,
Alright.
so I have to put a new link.
Oh, Audrey won. She was cheating.
Yeah.
Why? I have one question.
I know
How was I
you.
cheating?
Okay.
I know you.
No, I never cheat.
Oh, there are 3 ghosts.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Yeah, she there goes.
Oh no, I cannot go with my usual name.
Oh.
I have to use my full name.
You can go with Nadi.
What? Someone is using my name.
It's you. It's yourself. No, but I can kick you out, I think.
Yeah, kick me out. Yeah, because I'm not there.
I don't know how, but Adrian is here.
No, my God.
Come on, kick me out.
I don't know how.
Now you have to choose another name.
I'm gonna be in the podium twice.
I really can't. Bagginses.
Okay, again.
Are
Well,
Ryder, you are Bagginses?
Yes.
Adrian, Peter.
Keep.
Yeah.
Okay.
Adrian.
Where are you, Adrian? Where, in a place with a bad connection?
I think he's not playing.
Say something, Adrian.
Say something.
What say you?
What say you?
Oh, there.
Show yourself.
Oh no.
Do something. Do something.
No.
What
We're
is?
talking to someone.
Kick him
Adrian,
out.
are you on the phone?
I think he's busy.
Mute him.
Oh.
Oh, it's gone.
Oh no, my cell phone hung up. I come back. What? He will come back. Let's wait for him.
No.
So, remember that there's no particular order, and the questions are about chapters 15 to 18. Chapter 15 is of the Noldor of Beleriand.
Okay.
Chapter 16 is of Maegling.
Ooh.
Chapter 17 is about the coming of men from the west.
Okay.
And chapter 18 is, I don't remember. Oh, I forgot.
Yes.
It's the last chapter.
Is I mean, Fingolfin. The
Amor
tragic
goes.
death of our king.
Okay.
The desolation of Smoke. Of the reign of Beleriand and the fall of Fingolfin. Okay, well, let's start, right? Or should we wait? What do you say?
Wait
say
a
you?
second. Wait a second.
What say you?
Let's wait him a few minutes.
Let's
And if he doesn't come back,
let's
we
WhatsApp him.
him.
Oh, well,
We
we
ban
will
him.
see all your messages.
You will see all my.
Ooh.
Mm,
Ah.
yummy.
Yeah, I saw a WhatsApp group of Henry Cavill there.
I am transparent.
Okay.
Here I have.
What is Chayanne Torero posting?
Cheyenne lovers.
Oh,
Adrian.
Chayanne Torero posting power. We should. I'm going to do the same. You know, seems like fun. Let's see.
He read. It worked. Oh. Oh no. Are you coming or not? Should we wait?
What? Ah,
We'll start and you can keep going.
he's writing something to me. Ah, my cell is failing.
Okay. Let's do it.
Okay.
All right. Well, different order, so we'll get a different question.
Okay.
Question 1. True or false? Fingolfin fought Morgoth and wounded his face.
What?
50% chance. Yeah.
Ah, Adrian is here now. Can you enter when a game has already started? Okay.
Oh, I got it.
Very good. Fingolfin fought Morgoth and wounded him 7 times or 3 times?
7 times.
7.
7 times he wounded him. But who wounded him in his face?
Adri, take this one.
What?
Take
Extra
this.
point. Who wounded him in his face?
I leave it to you.
Who wounded him in his face?
Yes.
Eowyn.
No.
I don't remember.
Torondor. Is that the name of the eagle?
Yep.
Torondor.
Oh, yeah.
It was very nice of Torondor to wound him as well. Next. Oh. These people are fast. Adri, you're playing twice?
Yay!
No, I'm not. No, I'm not.
Is it the same question?
She's cheating.
No, I'm
She's
not.
twice.
That's cheating.
No.
She's
What?
cheating.
I don't know
Cheater,
what happened.
cheater.
That's like Gollum and Smeagol.
Yeah.
Precious. Yes.
Yes.
Damn it.
Yes.
Well, to be honest,
The one that
it's
he
not
painted.
her, it's a ghost. Okay, next. Thingol found out about the king slaying thanks to Melian, Angrod, Galadriel, or Finrod. Isn't the gif I found cool?
Oh my god.
What? Are
I'm
you
still
serious?
winning.
Yes.
Yep.
Yes. Because I remember now.
Melian
He was
told
like all mad, and the only one who spoke was Angrod when he
Yes,
was
because he was
asking them.
angry. Oh, that's a great way of remembering him because I never remember his name.
But because he was angry.
Yes, he was angry, so he had to.
Angrod was angry.
No. Oh,
Please,
no.
no.
Well, Melian did tell him some things because she had been speaking to Galadriel, but she hadn't said everything. Not about the King's
Yeah,
Lane.
that's what I say, Galadriel, but
Some things.
it's right.
some-
It was Angrod
Yeah.
who.
And
You-
Finrod, I don't know who Finrod is, so I just put it there to complete.
She said
How you know
Galadriel
who
because
Finrod is? He's like one of the best characters.
Pelagunt.
Yes, Pelagon.
Adri said Galadriel because she loves the Amazon series.
No,
Yes.
I said Galadriel
Yes,
because
yes.
she's the one who
He
spoke
He
with
loves
Melian.
Yeah,
the
she
hill
loves
climber.
She
her.
was
The hill
the one
climber.
Yeah,
that
the
spoke
hill
with Melian.
climber. Yeah.
Okay. Next.
I'm winning. Yes.
In the chapter of the coming of men into the West, okay, this is, I suppose this you're gonna guess, but Rhaego is mentioned, Galadriel, Yavanna, or Sauron. Who is mentioned in this chapter?
Damn.
Well, I realize that you haven't just read it. Well, it's all about all men. Galadriel is not mentioned at all. Finrod is, but Sauron is mentioned. Here,
Got it
Tolkien
right.
says that it's the first time, I think, Sauron is mentioned, or that I noticed him, because he says, well, there were a lot of people, so Morgoth said, I'm gonna leave this guy here and I'm gonna do my stuff. So he mentioned Sauron.
In the Rings of Power, she will be there when the men come to the west.
Absolutely, absolutely. Okay. Ari Real is winning. Shocker. The horse of Fingolfin was named Nahar, Rokalor, Fairfax, Orome. Nahar is a beautiful name that belongs to Orome, or Orome. How do you pronounce it?
Orome.
Orome. And Rokalor, well, is Fingolfin's horse.
So sad.
You learn something every day. Nothing moves. How long did it take to build the secret city of Turgon? 25 years, 2 years, 52 years, 50 years.
Uh-oh.
Good. 50, well, Tolkien says 2 and 50 years, which I had to Google to see that it was
We
actually
said
52 years.
50. Damn it. I said 50.
Aha, finally
Well
movement.
done. Yeah. Well done.
The ghost is going away, vanishing. Okay. We learn that Turgon lost his wife in the crossing of Helcaraxe. In what chapter? In the chapter of Maeglin, of the coming of men into the west, of the ruin of Beleriand and the fall of Fingolfin, or of the Noldor in Beleriand. These are the 4 chapters that we are discussing today. That is right. Whoever said it right. It is mentioned in the chapter of Maeglin, not in the coming of the men or the Noldor. I don't know why, but well, it's mentioned. Yeah, because it's when they are saying that Maeglor wants to have, I mean, there's no heir, right? And so they talk about how Turgon lost his wife. This should be on the Amazon series. That should be cool. Galadriel trying to save her and being unable to. Okay.
Maybe she can save in this version.
Yeah, right.
And become
she can
besties.
live. Nadia's coming second now. Question 7. The Dagor Bragolach is the battle of the powers, the battle of sudden flame, the glorious battle, the battle under stars.
What?
What?
The Dagor Bragolach. The terrible battle is the battle of sudden flame.
I don't know.
That's that. Ooh, Nadia has a streak with 3 correct answers in a row. She's on fire. Question 8. Turgon discovered the hidden veil of Toomladin thanks to Thingol. True or false? My 2 favorite names. That is false. In the first of the chapters of today, we learned that Turgon discovered the Veil of Toomladin thanks to Ulm. Nothing moved. True or false? Fingolfin found men below the springs of Talos. This is on the chapter of men. What say you? 50-50. Two said true, two said false. Well, I learned, and now we won't forget that it was Felagund, King Felagund, who found men below the springs of Talos, wherever that is. Beautiful encounter, by the way. And now Gereny is on fire and Baggins is go second. Question 10. Turgon is to Gondolin as Thingol is to. This is my personal question because I can never get them right.
God.
Turgon is to Gondolin as Thingol is to Doriath, Beleriand, Hithlum, or Nebraska.
Verga.
Good. Well, Doriath. Doriath is the kingdom of with the, the girdle of Melian and all that. I can never remember Turgon's name. I don't know if it's actually to Beleriand because that's all the area, right? Maybe it is correct too.
Yes, because he's king of all of Beleriand as an elf.
We could argue with that. Half a point for
And
you.
Turgon is the high king of the Noldor, yes.
Well,
that's a cheaty question.
okay. I may change it. I will fix it.
Yeah.
I will change Beleriand for Hobbiton. Okay. Oh, because of that, you go down. Sorry, Barrel Bagginses. 11. True or false? Aredel left Gondolin because she wanted to go to Hithlum to seek Fingon. I think Fingon is her brother, but I'm not 100% sure.
Oh, yeah.
It is false. She didn't want to seek Fingon. She wanted to see Feanor's sons, her friends. Cousins, I'm thinking, but I'm not sure. Oh, so Jonathan and Nadia are there fighting for the second place.
Really close.
Marco,
Thanks
you
for
can
coming.
you're one good answer away from overthrowing.
Yeah.
Yes, you can do it. True or false? When Maeglin and Eol follow Aredel, that's not how you spell it. Turgon forgave Maeglin, but Eol and Aredel were cast over the character. Die, you rebels!
Oh my.
It is false. This is an amazing and exciting story when Eol alone is cast over the character because he wanted to kill his own son and instead he killed Aredel. How terrible. So she was already dead when they killed him. Let's see what happened. Oh, Marco actually went up. Adri is on fire because she's the best. And the last question is, describe the ring of Barahir. He earned it by defeating a Balrog. It was given to him by his father Boromir. What? It was a gift from Finrod.
I like what?
You can do it. I changed Felagund because Felagund was more obvious for Finrod Felagund. But you all got it right, very good. His father was Boromir, by the way.
Because because Eric's explained it to us.
Exactly. That is why I was asking for Eric's. I wanted to see Eric's
Reaction.
speech
Yeah.
that day, but I couldn't.
I will upload it to YouTube. You can
Thank
see it.
you. Okay. So they was in behalf of Eric's, who has his ring. Is that the end? Podium. So in third place, Marco.
Woo! I did it.
Second place, Baggins' Rider. And who could have won? Addy. Nadia and Addy's ghost also almost hit the podium.
Yeah, Adri's Ghost is like his Smeagol version. He goes, yes, yes, my precious, yes.
She has like both of our scores in one.
Thank you.
I don't know.
So